Good morning, DIALED fans, and welcome back to a sunny and beautiful Andorra. It's day 2 here, which means the riders are going to start practicing and the puzzling begins. Let's go check it out. How's she going out there today?
Good, dude. I'm fucking pinging all over the place. I'm loving it. It's tough to see, but we're good. Yeah. Hopefully we can get Schmitty to help me, or Jordi. I need it. Right.
What are you looking for?
Just trying to keep the back end a little bit more planted, which is easier said than done, but like in the braking bumps, I think it's like going in a bit and then kicking me out. But I'm not blaming the bike or the shock, I'm blaming me. I just need some more help.
Wow, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, mint track, like feeling good, my bikes feel good now, like I've got it sorted. Set off, fucking nearly died. And then literally like I kept trying to just ride like confidently and I kept nearly cracked. So I was like, right, I'll just walk down. I just felt awful. So I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Super steep track, like super dry, like dust is really deep and it's really obscure. So just yeah, thought it was going to be a nice weekend and now it's going to be a struggle, so it's a bit annoying. That's what Jordi's exists for.
When a track is so dry and dusty, it's really hard to feel if it's the bike or the, what, you know, pinpoint exactly where it is. So that also doesn't help.
We got Loris, Luca, Greg, Rachel, Brendan, Jack. Seems like it. Everybody's doing one run and then stressing out. Track sounds like it's getting big holes in it, dusty, it's hot. I just want people to do more runs and then start stressing. I guess there's some big holes hidden under dust, so everybody's looking for both grip in the dust and hold up in the holes.
It's weird because we're running that new shock tune, and it doesn't feel bad, but I think it makes the fork feel pretty bad. Like the balance is off or something. Okay. The fork felt really stiff and like reboundy first run, and like I don't know if the bike, I feel like I'm getting pitched a bit, so maybe that's just because the back's not sitting. Okay. And that first flat pumpy straightaway, I thought it would be good. It's real responsive, but it just sort of hangs up on everything on those roots and stuff. Maybe because it's so stiff. So I don't know, I like how snappy the bike feels, but for this track, I don't know if it's really what we want.
Aaron's just got a couple shock options that we're trying, but it's so steep here relative to some of the other tracks that he's been trying a firmer setup, and we're just going to go back to kind of a normal setup, really, kind of Maribor.
We just opened up some high speed, opened up some low, closed some high, opened some low. Close the low.
What was low now?
You're 8 now.
How much pressure are you running, Greg?
Jordi, 95?
Yep.
That feels hard.
Jeez, bro.
What I always tell you, set your bike up for how fast you want to go, not how fast you've been going.
Okay.
I don't think it's fast, but low speed is slow. So the balance might be a little.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's just a bit of sit-up stuff, gone to heavier springs. I'm just trying to get it dialed in, really. Change a few clicks here and there.
A little?
Yeah.
You could open this.
Try not to puzzle.
Jordi Clooney, he's good at drinking coffee and espresso. We went from,
I think the pack or the kick.
we did some of the rebound and the shock. Bit of both, high speed
more in the first
and low
half of the
speed.
travel. It's not like we're not bottoming.
We've been struggling a little bit, and looks like we're getting somewhere now. There's more than coffee to him.
Yeah, 2 open on low, 1 closed on high.
That's right. Oh yeah.
I see it.
It's not fast.
That's at least 8 seconds faster. I can tell.
Could be.
It's pretty up there. but the track is really good. It's steep and fast. It's pretty loose right now, and yeah, and a couple high ruts, and yeah, it's an interesting track. Will be pretty physical. Because it's long, and yeah, the top is a little bit flat, like the first 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then the rest until the bottom is pretty steep, but it's one of my favorite tracks, so I'm feeling good and can't wait for finals.
So now it felt mint at the top in the flat stuff, so maybe this should be my bar height anyway.
Yeah, if it feels good in the flat stuff, then.
And I was like, oh, like mint. What I think is that now I'm a bit more like comfortable. My hands are fucking dying, but like I think the back might be like just packing up a bit and like sitting too slow or too low, because like maybe I'm like pulling myself forward a bit.
Okay. You're definitely using full travel.
Yeah, and then like it's maybe a bit when you're under braking and then you got hit and hit and hit. It's just staying down and down and down.
You want to go up in pressure.
So maybe the back's a bit like wallowy, which is why. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean you're using full travel. So.
Yeah, and then that might like tip me over the front. And then I was thinking like, should I try? I could put a reach adjust in and make it shorter.
You're at 45 right now?
Yeah. Because I really want that shorter, but
I know.
It just feels like it's a bit like it's fucking getting away from me a bit at the front, and I'm pulling myself like onto it.
Then just go up another 2.5 mil. It'll do the same thing.
Oh, what, higher again?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Because when it's pointed that steep, you want to bring it back. Yeah, it's either that or push the forks through a few mil.
Yeah, yeah. But I think with that we could go up a bit now. Okay. Do you think pressure or?
I think pressure, yeah. Because you don't like it when we had volume spacer.
Oh yeah. So. And it's 2 in already, and that's pretty bottom down.
Yeah, you're pretty buried there.
What's going on with Rachel?
Just kind of trying to. She's made some adjustments to the bike, shortened the front end, brought the bars up, so now we're kind of trying to bounce suspension back to our new riding position. Not to mention that the track's, like the top is totally flat and rooty, and then after that it's just super steep, so it's hard to balance both of those things in one bike.
Not a whole lot. I think I'm just trying to adjust to how steep the track is. It's quite a bit steeper than Leo Gang, so
cool.
just yeah, tweaking.
Thanks for the stickers.
Pretty fast.
They look good.
Too fast?
Yeah. Did you do one click in the back?
Yeah. Okay, 4 and 4 now. Okay. I also opened low speed compression on the shock, so okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It's just like I feel like I can't get like the bike under control in the steep stuff. Like I can't like it doesn't want to. It's not on the ground. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Especially in the back. Besides that, feels good.
Okay. Keegan Swenson. Jordi. Keegan's riding live valve system that these pivots are kind of built for. Everything mounts up clean. You've got your accelerometer on the fork and an accelerometer in the back here by the pivot, by the chainstay, sorry. And then you've got your battery and controller here that also has a mercury switch that shows you pitches and angles. So basically this system's opening and closing itself in milliseconds, much faster than anything else has ever been. So you don't have to fuss with lockouts. It just takes, I guess, takes the thinking out of it.
Yeah,
you don't always have to sit there and
does
hit the
it.
button.
Climb, it's locked out, you go downhill, opens up, you hit something rough and it's open.
And you've ridden both systems on the same bike, so
yeah.
And stuck with live valve.
Yeah, it's sweet, you just ride. You don't have to worry about using the little thumb switch.
Yeah, and cables don't go bad and things
Yeah.
like that. So
It's more efficient.
little by little, it's the future.
Yeah, for XCO it works great. You just set it and forget it. Like this course I'm running on setting 3. I've raced it on 2 before and all the way up to 5. So you just kind of, once you know the course, you can set it and leave it. Yeah, I've raced this bike the past few months. I've actually raced every World Cup on it so far and it's been great.
So first day of practice is done. It's been hectic. I think the track is giving people fits. The very top is totally flat and covered in roots. And then after that, it's just kind of hard pack and steep. So it's setting bikes up for 2 completely different tracks. And it's quite fast. It's also hot and you got a bit of altitude. So it's been a tricky day. I think we're on track. I guess we'll find out a little more tomorrow.
Here at the old 4th of July party, just got done walking the track, you know, checking everything out, and it looked fun. Like, Andorra is so gnarly. I think this is probably the track you see everyone complaining about their arms and suspension and bike setup means so much because it's so long that there's 2 tracks in one. You have kind of a flatter track, but it's so fast, and then you have a really steep track. So yeah, a lot of the guys, like obviously Loris, look really good. I think the guys who are smooth are fast here. If you can get in a good rhythm at the beginning, then you can carry that all the way down. And the time gaps are so big because if you're just a couple % off, then it really kind of is exponential when you get to the bottom. Like braking just a little bit too much, your arms pump up and you brake more. And so, yeah, I think come finals day we'll see a lot of the guys who maybe aren't up there in qualifying and in time training, so should be good.